breaded fig peckers with soft-boiled eggs. Hares garnished Pegasus-style, Caesarea-style fish, nightingales baked in vine leaves. Roast ram from Judea, stuffed with doves, dates, and couscous.
Who is he? Abdal! Have Abdal come here. Abdal, tell us what he said and what he did.
At Jericho, he gave back the sight to a blind man. At Capernaum, he told a paralyzed, "Get up, take your stretcher and go home."
And what happened next?
The paralyzed got up straight away, picked up his stretcher and went home, praising God. They say that at Cana in Galilee, during a wedding feast, he turned 6 jars of water into wine.
But that's impossible.
You don't believe it. Carry on, Abdal, carry on.
At Capernaum, he healed the servant of a centurion. At Nain, he brought a boy back to life. He's often been in Jerusalem, and every time he's performed incredible miracles.
Have you heard? It seems unbelievable, but...
There are witnesses for every event I mentioned. Once, I was also present.
Well, tell me, who do you think he is?
He calls himself Jesus of Nazareth. Many call him Master. He is a rabbi, a just man. He has been sent by the God of Israel.
Well, I'll tell you who is behind that name. It's John the Baptist come back to life.
No!
Why are you looking at me like that? It's John the Baptist. I even dream about him at night. He's come back to turn the people against me. And what do you think, Valerie?
A man who's had his head cut off cannot possibly come back to life.
Do you remember, Herod, what John the Baptist used to say?
What did he say?
That he would be followed by one more powerful than him, for whom he was preparing the way.
John the Baptist would be followed by the Messiah of Israel. So the people say. But I don't believe it.
But the people believe it.
It doesn't matter whether he is or isn't the Messiah. What matters is if the people think he is. We have to take that into consideration.
So will the elders of the temple, and so will you, Herod.
I'll show you how I'll take it into consideration. You'll see.
When you're invited to a wedding feast, do you choose where to sit?
You usually try to sit at the best places.
That's right. I saw you rushing to find a place when we came in.
You try to sit next to the host or the guest of honor.
Yes, but what if the host comes and makes you change places with a more important guest? You'll be forced to get up in shame, and you'll be given a seat at the back. Why don't you sit at the back, so the host will come and tell you to sit nearer to him?
He's right. In that way, we shall be honored in front of everybody.
For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. And when you give a lunch or dinner, who do you invite?
Well, I invite my friends, like I did today. Some neighbors.
And I say to you, go through the streets, go to the entrance of the synagogue, and invite the poor, the crippled, the blind. Then you will be blessed, for they have no means to repay your invitation. You will be repaid in the other life, when the just rise again and go to the kingdom of heaven.
That way I won't be able to hold any more parties with my friends.
I will reply to Naaman by telling you a parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a king who held a wedding feast for his son. He invited all those whom he wished to be present at the banquet. But to his amazement and disappointment, no one accepted his invitation.
Lord, we went to call the guests just as you ordered.
Well?
They all said they couldn't come. One said he was busy, another that he wasn't interested.
Go back. Invite them again to the banquet.
My master has sent me to ask your master to come to his son's wedding feast.
My master does not wish to see or hear anybody. He has given orders not to be disturbed.
In this way you offend my master, the king.
I don't care who sent you. I must obey my master. Be off with you.
My answer is no, and that's the end of it. Oh! Don't come here again!
The servants went from door to door seeking guests.
What do you want?
My lord wishes to tell your master that there is to be a wedding feast.
My master is not interested in these things. Away with you.
But,
If you don't understand it, I'll explain it another way.
huh?
When the king found out what had happened, he grew angry.
I sent my servants to invite guests to the wedding feast, but they were chased away, beaten. One was even killed. Now I shall send my soldiers. Go and kill those ill-deserving guests, those murderers, and burn their town. The wedding feast is ready, but those who were invited were unworthy. But there are others who are worthy. Go to the crossroads in the town and invite everyone you can find.
So the servants went out onto the streets and invited to the feast all the poor people they found. Many accepted the invitation and went to the king's house.
Come in, my friends, and we'll celebrate together. What about you? How did you get in here without a wedding garment? How dare you come dressed like that? Take him, bind him hand and foot, and throw him out.
Into the darkness outside, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. For many are called, but few are chosen.
But what do we have to do to be among the chosen?
If you want to follow me, you have to leave your father, your mother, your wife, your children, and your relatives. You have to leave your life behind you. Otherwise, you can't become my disciple.
Ouch! You hurt me.
Sorry, Zacchaeus.
I don't pay you to be distracted.
You know what they say? That you'll leave a lot of money and a lot of sheep. That you're a very wealthy man.
And who has been saying these things?
Well, you're well known here in Jericho.
And everyone's dying of envy.
Yes. All those who are dying of hunger.
Zacchaeus! Open up! Zacchaeus? Zacchaeus?
Huh?
Josephat! Where are you running to like that?
Oh, I'm sorry, Joshua.
What's happened?
I've lost everything I own, and all because of that publican Zacchaeus.
What has he done to you?
You remember when my house burnt down?
Of course. It was a piece of bad luck.
Yes. I'd borrowed money from Zacchaeus to rebuild it. He made me pay interest, which was unlawful, and now he's taken all I have.
Oh, what a trickster!
He has no mercy.
What a din!
Finished.
Hey, David, where are you running off to? You still got my hair to do. They're all running to see that man. Where are you off to?
We're going to see Jesus.
Who?
Jesus, the Messiah of Israel.
The Messiah? You must be joking.
That he heals the sick and raises the dead.
Well, if you believe that kind of rubbish,
You may be rich, Zacchaeus, but you're also short.
So you've decided to come, Zacchaeus. Come down at once. Today I'm going to stay at your house.
do you really want to stay at my house?
Of course.
Lord, do you know me?
I've heard about you.
I don't know what they told you about me. Here I am disliked by everybody. They all avoid me.
Have you ever wondered why, Zacchaeus? Come on now.
He's gone to stay at the sinner's house. Why has he chosen that house?
What do you want of me, Lord? Why have you come to my house? If you don't tell me what you want, how can I help you? A lot of people come here, and for a price, I give them what they ask. And so I become rich. And everybody needs me.
Don't you know, Zacchaeus? It's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. What do you say to that?
Let me go! Let me go!
What do you want, Josephat?
You've ruined my life. You've taken everything from me.
I've taken only what I lent you, plus the interest.
You have no mercy. No mercy.
You must be hungry. Tonight you and your family may eat here. You are right. I'll give you back all I took from you. I've got a field outside the walls of Jericho towards the south. It yields a good crop. From now on, it's yours. Lord, from now on I shall give half of my property to the poor. And if I have cheated anybody, I will pay him back 4 times the amount I have taken.
Today, salvation has come to this house, because you are also a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man has come to save that which was lost.
What are you doing here?
We wanted to ask the rabbi a question. What do the good Israelites have to do in order to follow you to your kingdom?
I'll answer you with a parable. A man of noble birth left for a distant country to become king there. But they hated him in that country, and they sent a message saying that they didn't want him to become their king. But he decided to depart in any case. And before leaving, he called 10 of his servants and gave each of them a gold coin with which to trade until his return. When he returned from his trip, the king summoned his servants.
What have you done with the coin I gave you?
Sire, your coin has brought in another 10.
Well done, my good servant. Since you have proved yourself trustworthy in a small thing, you shall have the government of 10 of my cities. And you?
Your coin, sire, has brought in another 5.
And you too deserve a reward. I shall put you in charge of 5 cities. And you, what have you done with the coin I gave you?
Sire, here is your coin. I was afraid of losing it.
Why, at least didn't you put my money in the bank? On my return, I would have drawn it out with interest.
I was afraid of you, for you are a severe man. You take up what you did not lay down and reap what you did not sow.
Take the coin from him and give it to the man who has 10.
Why, my lord? He has 10 coins already.
I tell you, to everyone who has will more be given. But anyone who has not will be deprived even of what he has.
To become their king.
The king gave orders to have them brought to him and executed in his presence, and so it was.
You just want to frighten us. You want to be king. And you're already threatening those who don't listen to you with death. You heard him. It is obvious who this man is and what he wants.
Why do you flee from my house?
Your guest threatened us with death.
You don't understand. It was only a parable. There's no one more deaf than he who does not wish to hear.